6ix9ine is a rapper who has all but made his career off being able to troll people and trying to get under their skin because he knows how to stir up infamy, but as recent events showed, he takes things too far at times. Be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel. He insulted Nipsey Hussle's memorial.
Many of Nip's friends and fans found the gesture disrespectful, especially knowing Nipsey criticized 6ix9ine numerous times.
A simple reminder on how to enter our brand new giveaway. We will be giving away either an iPhone X Max, the new iPad mini, or a MacBook Pro. It's really your choice. So be sure to leave a like, comment the keyword, subscribe, and turn on notifications to enter the giveaway. It's really that simple. Go for it.
We would love to say that 6ix9ine's trolling ways have gone down as of late, but that would be an outright lie, which can be proven in multiple ways via the tours he's been doing. You see, 6ix9ine has been going to various places in the US now that he's free from house arrest, and one of the places he decided to go was California in order to, quote, pay respect to late rapper Nipsey Hussle, who lost his life in 2019. However, while making a video, he said this: "Why your favorite rapper dead with bullet holes in his face? Why your favorite rapper's getting shot in the face and all that? I'm gonna keep security with me. Y'all ain't gonna RIP me. Y'all ain't gonna put me on a shirt." This was seen as an insult to not just Nipsey Hussle, but also late rapper Pop Smoke, showcasing just how brash he was. But wait, he wasn't done there. Not by a long shot. In another Instagram post, 6ix9ine was shown at the actual Nipsey Hussle memorial, where he noted, quote, "Rest in peace, Nipsey." He wrote, "I know you looking down on me. I'm out here in the hood paying my respects." Rainbow emojis. P.S. The store was closed, but they painted this on the same block. He's clearly just rubbing it in there that he could be there and that no one was gonna mess with him because they didn't know he would show up there. This is the trolling nature of 6ix9ine at work. He's paying respects after mocking Nipsey Hussle's death, and he notes that Nipsey is looking down on me, and yet Nipsey said this when it came to 6ix9ine's snitching ways: "I can't name a fake that was not exposed. How y'all so surprised that Takashi told?" He said in a rap once. "Ain't a real street unless you got a code." He wasn't done though. "The public should not even react to the clown," Nipsey told Big Boy on his Real 92.3 morning show when asked about his thoughts on him. "The public should follow the real. If the real ain't reacting, so y'all don't react. Put the dude on goofy time and just let him sit over here doing what he's doing till that expire, because it's always gonna self-destruct, clearly." Sadly for the late Nipsey, 6ix9ine hasn't self-destructed yet, but between this action and another recent action, it might be getting closer. It also should be noted that 6ix9ine's actions raised a lot of talk about how much of a troll he was. "Looks so desperate for attention, LOL," with another person stating, "It isn't even genuine. Your face says it all, SMH." Close friend of Nipsey Hussle, The Game, noted, "Disrespectful. Keep playing." He also added, "Pop Smoke dead, but 6ix9ine alive. Guess rats outliving humans now." A former affiliate of Hussle had some very harsh criticism of this act. 6ix9ine, hold up. Why you coming to my hood? Don't come to know Nipsey Hussle a crip on 6-0. Death before dishonor. So yeah, he was making a lot of major players in California mad. So then he decided to recently go to Chicago.
Listen, September the 4th, the album's coming. Let's pay respect to all the fallen soldiers. Yo, keep on, dude.
Chicago is another major city that has had a long history of great rappers, including legends like Chance the Rapper. But 6ix9ine wasn't there to go talk to them or make music or anything of the like. He did something much more incendiary. Takashi 6ix9ine posted a video on Instagram of himself in the O Block area of Chicago, where he gets out of his car with flowers in hand and kneels on the floor to pay respects to rapper Lil Durk's dead cousin. As you can imagine, not only is this a very dangerous move, he even showed the exact time and today's date on the iPhone to prove this wasn't done in the past. Came to O Block, came to pay my respects to Lil Durk cousin Newski, who was killed by gun violence. We need to change as a community. Hashtag Rip Newski. Pre-order the album, link in my bio, September 4th. Takashi captioned the video. Needless to say, when this video made the rounds, the response was immediate. "Nah, you trippin'," said rapper Pretty Boy Fredo. "Oh no, you going too far. This is where the line is drawn. Sooner or later, it will be rest in peace, 6ix9ine," another person wrote. Several followers pointed out Takashi changed his original caption, which mentioned saying someone told him the neighborhood's gates was open and how we need to change as a community. Many are pointing out he may be asking for retaliation from Lil Durk as to, "You really better not let him catch you. I hope it was worth it." Rapper Lil Reese blasted Takashi on social media saying, I never go out like that cap on a bald head like a little trick Mexican." Reese also attacked on Instagram, appearing to call him out for working with the feds. "You a effing pig. Tired. Sick to trick us like you was a blood, like you was a killer. Got in that courtroom and went out like we expected you to. Think it's done? Nope. The hits just keep on coming. Y'all know what to do," said 600 Breezy after adding the handshake emoji and traffic lights. King Von added, "@6ix9ine in Chicago, heads up," followed by a rat and a cheese emoji. "He in a lot of black trucks," Von finished. Von let loose even more by saying, "That with 6ix9ine, that ain't cool." Von told his followers watching him on IG Live, "They got this man running around and it's funny. That ain't funny, gang. Cause it's like this. I don't know the gang. I don't give no F's about that 6ix9ine. I don't know him, but he told on all type of people. Gang and got people locked up, and 6ix9ine really wanted to stir up the pot in Chicago, and that's exactly what he did." But you might be wondering, what about Lil Lil Durk? Wasn't it his cousin that 6ix9ine mocked? Lil Durk would have been perfectly in the right for going after 6ix9ine hard, but ironically, he chose a more low-key approach, not going and playing along with 6ix9ine's games, even trying to get other rappers to tell their fans to not fall prey to 6ix9ine's tactics. Then, when it was revealed that the two were going to have a project drop on the same day, 6ix9ine's Tattletale album and Lil Durk's new song The Voice, Durk decided to move the date as he didn't want to be associated with 6ix9ine on that day, or so some say, which of course 6ix9ine decided to use as ammo for their feud. Remember this Goofy said he want all the smoke, and Lil Durk reportedly not dropping an album today. 6ix9ine also referenced Durk's cousin, OTF Nunu or Newski, who was killed in Chicago in 2014, leave the smoke to Newski, #Newski Pack. And when that still didn't get things going, he decided to do an interview and call out Lil Durk and the Chicago rap scene for what they said about him. "I'm with security in Chicago, right? Am I a superstar or a SoundCloud rapper?" he asked, addressing accusations that he was scared because he went to the city with security. There's a whole picture of Drake with security in a bulletproof vest in Chicago, right? Nobody says he's scared, but the moment Takashi rolls around with security, no bulletproof vest on, oh, he's scared. It should be noted that the interview rightfully pointed out the main difference between Drake and 6ix9ine, mainly that one is super famous and rich, and the other is infamous and does trolling to try and get hate views. What's more, he honestly should have worn a bulletproof vest because of his situation with the 9 Trey Bloods. No one would have faulted him for that, to be honest. And as for Lil Durk, so what makes you think Lil Durk can F with me? He asked the interviewer, to which he replied that Durk hasn't gotten hung up on his numbers. When you know got money, you know what broke people say? Money don't matter, man. If Lil Durk went to effing Argentina right now, you think people would effing parade and say, oh my god, who's the bigger artist? It's no trick question. He called Lil Durk a little kid he could outsell without even promoting his record. Lil Durk is on the same level as like the G Herbo kid, he said. 6ix9ine claimed if he went outside of his car and walked up to any stranger, they wouldn't know who G Herbo is, but they would know who he is. It's no competition, man. It's like little kids, he reiterated. Looking at this objectively, the only kid here is 6ix9ine, because he's clearly desperate to do whatever it takes to get a feud going. Which brings us back to Lil Durk, because he noted in a comment that 6ix9ine's people reached out to him and offered him $3 million if he would keep the feud going. To which 6ix9ine countered by saying it was Lil Durk who contacted his camp by saying he'd offer $5 million to keep the feud going. Which is odd because didn't 6ix9ine just say that Lil Durk had no money? T.I. and Snoop Dogg.
Snitching, working with the government.
Oh, and it absolutely should be noted that 6ix9ine is not just someone who goes after the dead and the young in the industry to try and make a name for himself. He went and said during an interview with the New York Times that legends of the industry are no different than him and that he should not be blasted for being a snitch. A lot of these rappers are snitches, but people don't want to accept that, right? I don't know, the brother T.I. writes, but I can understand that he's not comfortable with this truth, begins 6ix9ine, who proceeds to review the Atlanta MC's infamous 2007 federal gun charge. How did T.I. do 1 year? They don't want a reason to like me, they want a reason to hate me. So at the end of the day, if you say, yo, he was kidnapped, but he put himself in those situations, that's not fair. Obviously, the T.I. situation was one thing, and you could make a case that 6ix9ine is right in that regard. Key word here is one regard, because him claiming that a lot of these rappers are snitches is something that doesn't really track, because the community is so small in the grand scale that snitching on one another would get out very easily, like with 6ix9ine, which is why he seems very desperate to go and state that a lot of the veterans in the game like T.I. are snitches. But it's not just him he accused. He also accused Snoop Dogg of being a snitch because he got off on a very serious charge in the 90s before he went full tilt into music, yet no one is paying attention to that. It should be noted that Snoop Dogg not only says he's not a snitch, but he's been one of the most vocal people against 6ix9ine, saying that snitches are outcasts and traitors and that people like him need to be dealt with, which no doubt led to 6ix9ine trying to disparage the D.O.G.G. Because if he could get even the slightest bit of proof that Snoop was a snitch, he'd be vindicated and thus no one could touch him. Tupac.
Lying to me, I got to feed what in 2020 is relevant. I gotta feed the masses. There's no difference between me and Tupac Shakur.
Yup, he really did insult Tupac, and in a way that is infuriating many. During the same New York Times interview, he compared himself to Tupac Shakur in terms of his crimes and punishments. Tupac Shakur was convicted of rape in 1994. Shakur was convicted of felony sex abuse. Is Tupac Shakur loved or hated? Loved. What's the difference between me and Tupac Shakur? I never caught a rape charge, ever. Before we dive into the foolishness of him trying to be compared to Tupac, let's break down the claims about the charges, right? Yes, he was convicted of that crime in 1994 and was sentenced to jail for a certain amount of time before getting out due to various legal reasons. There's a few caveats though. One, Tupac was accused of doing this act while the other men and Tupac himself claimed that he never did it and maintained that throughout. Also, he never snitched on anyone to get a lesser sentence. Now, while it's true that 6ix9ine has never been convicted of such a charge, he's been convicted of using underage girls in music video doing very disturbing things, which he claimed he didn't know their ages, and his former girlfriend and baby mama Sarah Molina has stated multiple times that he did indeed force himself on her multiple times, one of which led to the birth of their daughter. In fact, fact, she was going to file charges against him before he got arrested in 2018 and is working hard now to keep him away from her and her daughter. So as you can see, 6ix9ine can try and spin that Tupac reference all he wants, but the facts honestly don't line up with what really happened to both Tupac and 6ix9ine. Plus, it should be noticed that while Tupac was convicted and served time for a terrible act, it's his music and his tragic demise that led to him being overly beloved. His loss was one that covered up his crimes because of the sudden, random, and terrible nature of it all. It doesn't erase them, to be clear, but it covered it up. 6ix9ine, on the other hand, is not only very much alive, but he spent his rap life trolling other musicians and various people just to go and get attention. Tupac never needed that because he had his music to get him attention, which is why he's a rap legend. His music is still inspirational, whereas 6ix9ine hasn't made any inspirational track in his life, and many consider him a subpar rapper, and thus why they want him to go away, and soon. The American people.
Families are being separated, the kids are being taken away from their moms, their dads.
Okay, we know this isn't a rapper insult, but rappers are American, and this needs to be said. During the New York Times interview, 6ix9ine was asked, somewhat randomly, about the upcoming 2020 election and who he would vote for. Here's what he said: "Can felons vote? I would vote for Trump." To answer that first question, felons can vote once they have their rights restored, which at times can be a messy process. However, given the timing and the condition of the world, it's unlikely that 6ix9ine would get the clearance before November. Now, him saying that he would vote for Trump is a big insult to just about, well, everyone. Mainly because Trump's presidency has been nothing but chaos and problems and trolling. That's why he's gonna vote for him. They're the same person. Him saying he's voting for Trump is not just a troll move, but an insult to anyone who wants to live in a country full of equality and peace, because Trump does not bring that, nor will he ever bring that. Plus, it should be noted that many rappers, including Eminem, have been adamant about how bad Trump is in office. So thus, by voting for Trump, he's spitting in the face of these rap legends who are literally spitting out the truth about the leader of the United States, the non-number-one crowd.
Apple Music, Spotify didn't give us no playlisting. I can't be stopped. Number 1.
Going now to very recent times, 6ix9ine has made a lot of waves recently when he released his first album out of prison called Tattletales, which has a title that just screams what it's about, huh? 6ix9ine apparently did the right mix of trolling and blasting it out on social media, because the album is said to have gotten 150,000 in sales and thus will be #1 on the Billboard Top 200, which indeed is a major victory for 6ix9ine as a whole. But did he take this with grace? Of course not. Just like everything he does, he went and threw insults at everyone who has tried to hold him back, as well as saying that no one can judge him because now he's had both a #1 song via his collaboration with Nicki Minaj and a #1 album, and proceeds to throw shade at those who haven't had those accomplishments. How charming. More will come. To end, this is but the start of what is coming. Now that 6ix9ine has had these accomplishments right out of prison, he's going to be spewing even more insults at people and doing stunts like the Nipsey Hussle and Lil Durk incident, and so on and so forth. This is who he is, this is what he does, and that's why the rap world hates him. And there you have it, a look at the various ways that 6ix9ine has dissed rappers, from the big to the small, to the alive, to the dead. Which of these insults do you personally feel was too far? Whom do you think will he go after next? Let me know in the comments down below. Be sure to subscribe. I'm King Trending, and I'll see you next time.
A simple reminder on how to enter our brand new giveaway. We will be giving away either an iPhone X Max, the new iPad mini, or a MacBook Pro. It's really your choice. So be sure to leave a like, comment the keyword, subscribe, and turn on notifications to enter the giveaway. It's really that simple. Go for it.